Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee for the president, has chosen her running mate, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota. Walz is a moderate to center-left Democrat who has presided over the trifecta in Minnesota, meaning the Democrats have controlled the state legislature for several years now, and in doing so has passed several wins for progressive policy, expanding gun control, liberalizing the state's marijuana laws, expanding access to abortion. This has made him a popular choice with many progressives online. He's also been endorsed by several labor unions as a good pick for Kamala Harris. In reality, though, he probably doesn't make that much of a difference on the presidential campaign. Harris herself is running as sort of a generic Democrat. She's been avoiding media interviews and running a lot of campaign ads and giving a lot of set speeches where she can basically read off a teleprompter and carefully curate the image that she's putting forward to the American people as the
and ignoring the fact that you need to have a platform. She doesn't have a platform. Tim doesn't compliment her very well because he comes in as just a regular old white guy, and that's what they look for. Somebody, he's a kind of a working class school teacher, Army National Guard. Seemed like a pretty regular old guy. He look a little frumpy, and that's her angle, to cover all the bases, and she's not doing a very good job. It's all artificial, and it's pretty easy to see. I don't think this is a good pick. I like him better than her. I wish he could be the VP and we could get another candidate for president. As far as the Democrats' chances of winning the White House is very slim. I think she'll, and you will see in the next few days, things unfold. They just ain't quite right. And I think the reason he was really picked because he made a big impact with his weird statement, calling Donald Trump weird and J.D. Vance weird. And weird is calling someone weird in normal life is like bullying. It's like bullying someone. And as a political leader and a candidate for the presidency and vice presidency, picking up on weird as something that they really wanted to run with, and you hear weird all over the place. It just, to me, that didn't do anything. You got to give me a policy, and you have to tell me something about the other person's policy that's weird, and not just that the person is weird, because that's just bullying. When are you going to do that?
Candidate, and what's actually going to be a truncated campaign of only about 100 days. Walz probably helps her with that. He looks like a pretty nice guy. He delivers a lot of great attack lines on President Donald Trump that have Democrats really excited. But the evidence suggests the vice president really doesn't make all that much of a difference in a presidential campaign. Usually it's the person at the top of the ticket, and that person is Kamala Harris.
That's why we're in trouble, because she's only going to be able to get away with this for a few more weeks, maybe. And then she's going to have to start having some just off-the-cuff interviews. She's going to be getting caught coming out of elevators, off airplanes, entering and exiting out of business meetings, and she's going to start coming up with some answers. Because these news reporters are relentless. I hope she will sit back and watch what that John Pierre lady goes through, the press secretary, and she's going to be getting hit with that kind of stuff. They're going to be a room full of reporters, and they're going to be boom, 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 and she needs to get it together, and she needs to stop lying. And she needs to come up with a real agenda that's going to get her some support, because right now she's just kind of out there floundering and doing her own thing. And the Democratic Party that's behind the curtain that we don't know about is telling her to do all kind of weird stuff. And she can't really push back because I don't think she's in a position to do that. She's just glad she was picked to be the nominee. But in all honesty, we need to get a platform going. That's going to be the key right there for most folks. You got to know what she stands for and where she's going with this.
Harris continues to benefit from a couple of great weeks after Biden stepped aside of the nomination, and this race has started to look significantly more competitive than it did right after the disastrous debate for Biden. A couple of interesting watch points coming up. One will be a potential debate between Walz and the significantly younger Republican vice presidential candidate, J.D. Vance.
That will be an insignificant debate. I mean, we'll watch it. It'll probably be interesting a little bit for that day, but that's nothing we're going to be looking back over years, reminiscing over. This Kamala and Donald Trump debate will be exciting. Hopefully they'll be fair about it. Biden was the older guy. Trump just gave it up and let him pick everything. As far as that debate that Biden decided wasn't going to go good for him, and he had to get out. Kamala should be fair and let Trump pick the network and the moderators and all that stuff. Kind of whatever Biden got to do, she should let Trump do it. Just, yeah, because you are the prosecutor, you are the one with the words, and I think you can handle yourself no matter where you meet Trump. But you're going to have to tell the truth. You're not going to be able to get up there and lie, and your record isn't that great. You're the border czar. That's the part that scares me the most. He's going to get on that border, and it just kind of tells me that our border policy isn't what we thought it were. When we put you down there, through our president, Biden, of course, when we put you down there on the border as the border czar, we expected you to, I guess, limit the amount of illegal immigrants that came into the country. That's what we thought. But that isn't the truth at all. You guys knew that wasn't what the border czar was being asked to do. You knew it, and you didn't tell us. And we're still sitting here going, well, how did all these people come into the country? And then when they started getting mad about it and the election started kind of warming up, Biden stopped it. I think in January or February. He just stopped the flow into the country, which means he could have done it. That bothers me a lot. Because I think when she takes over, if she is to win, we'll go back to the open border policies. I did a little research on her VP pick, and he's big on allowing the immigrants in and having sanctuary cities for them, taking the resources from the citizens in the United States already. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling too good about him.
Currently serving in the Senate. And then whether or not Harris and Trump themselves will debate. Probably Trump wants the debate to happen so he can disrupt Harris's momentum. But Harris, like I said, has been carefully curating and crafting this image that may make it difficult for her to do an unscripted event without sort of breaking that apart.
I kind of feel that way as well. She's kind of been looking good for her in mind. I got to be honest. I mean, I'm not impressed with her when she's out publicly. But lately, since the Biden stepped down, she has looked a lot better. She's been more poised, more comfortable on stage. I just wish now she'd just couple that with telling the truth, and we might can get somewhere with her. But I just see too much dishonesty in her character and in her words and totally in her approach. So with that, folks, we'll see you on the next one. Please like, share. I appreciate all the comments, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.